Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zara Bazak. My previous live stream, I had Salahuddin come and talk about how great it's another world Quran translation, a recitation, sorry. So I don't want to go into that. I had to stop that live stream, continue now. This is very, very important. What I'm going to show you here again, the same thing that I showed in my previous live stream. So please stick to the topic because since years the Quran has taught us to be repulsive against idol worshippers, and no other form of worship would do except the form of worship authorized by Allah, consisting in this revelation, right? In a book form now. So Abraham says, so I'm going to start with, where shall I? Oh, I was Surah Sajda. You see, here we want every soul to be guided. Why not, right? Why have that test done? If this means that we've, but my word will come to pass. I will surely fill up hell with jinn and humans altogether. If this means testing human beings and jinns, who do not follow God's guidance when the guidance comes to them. Because it is about guiding the soul. But God says, I have not imposed, or you can use another word, or the word which goes with the Arabic word, English. Let's see how it goes. If I had willed, God says, and if we had willed, we in God's sovereignty, if we had willed, surely we would have given every soul its guidance. So what is this verse telling you? Saying, if we had willed, we would have given every soul its guidance. But true is the word from me, that I will surely fill hell with the jinn and the men together. I think this verse is saying that when I send my guidance to you, outside of you, like prophets, to see whether you become arrogant and turn away from my guidance, or whether you become humble and submit to my guidance and heed the guidance I send to you, to test you in this way. So if you become arrogant, then my word will be fulfilled against the zalimeen, against the arrogant, against the stubborn, against the, all that. Yeah, arrogant, stubborn people who don't want to listen, don't want to give heed to my guidance. Surah 32, Ayah 13. So there was a time I was going around and saying, why send a messenger for guidance? Why not give the guidance to every person within? You see, then what happened is God became a problem. I started to blaspheme or something. But my aunt said, against God, okay, but not against Prophet Muhammad. And all this. You can even talk to God in a friendly manner. You say you in a, very informal manner. But not with Prophet Muhammad. Like in Urdu, we say tu to a friend our age group. Not up, not thou, the very respectful way, so we can talk to God in a very informal way, but not to Prophet Muhammad and Imams and all that. So the point was that, we can question God why he did this, sending one messenger at a time, sometimes two in the Bible at a time, but one has to be on top of, the leader at Imam or at a time. So you see, this surah verse just got to me when I came to it recently. Something has gone wrong here. And when I looked at the wording of the ayats for what Abraham says against the idol worshippers, it didn't quite, even that didn't get satisfy me. I felt something is wrong there. So now we look at the Abraham was like the father of monotheism. Even here in this Islam, Abraham was the father of the Jews, but here he was a Muslim, he was Hanif, upright, he was, and Prophet Muhammad is also asked to follow Abraham's monotheistic religion, one God, the creator. So I've become quite, this thing, at least to know, make out now that Abraham's way of reasoning in the Quran ayats against the idol worshippers is wrong, and against their idols is wrong. Even God's reasoning is wrong. So we have to stick to the reasoning. If you come here and criticize and bring some other form, please don't do that. I'm going step by step. Please stick to the topic, otherwise you will be timed out. We don't want dishonest Muslims. As it is, I have many obstacles. The Muslims don't stick to the Quran method also. They go like Abraham, lying and trying to bring something that is like I can give you a beautiful ayat from the Quran, let alone the Muslims giving it to you here or giving it to me here or somewhere else. Surah Taha. Surah Taha, right? Do not chastise this beggar by the morning brightness and by the night when it stilleth. Thy Lord has not forsaken thee, nor is he displeased with thee. Every hour that proceeds is better than the one that has gone by, and thy Lord will soon give thee, and thou wilt be well pleased. Then what happens? It's not only Allah, Allah, sirf Allah ka naam. Like some Muslims use this against Shias. Excuse me. So this really got to me. That, oh yes, this is what I was searching for. That if God had guided every soul, every spirit, spirit is guided with. And it says God has breathed into us His Spirit. God created us from one spirit or soul, spirit or nafs, one nafs, I think. So what the spirit, the soul, properly it hasn't been explained to us. I tried to read Al-Kafi, Imam's explanation, but I had more questions and different questions which were not given by the Imams, the answers of those questions which were not given by the Imams, even in Al-Kafi. So here I am. Sorry, I have this problem of breathing, okay. And so you see what Abraham tells the polytheists, not only against the idols, but that, security is only gained through that one God who is the most powerful, no doubt, supreme power. Not these idol worshippers. Not by believing in. I'm not scared of the ones you associate with gods. But how was Abraham associated with God? He became a guide. He became an imam. And what does he say? I'm going to my Lord so that my Lord would guide me. After when? After he was saved from the fire, Nimrod, all this, right? After God showed him his kingdom in the heavens and the earth, to make him certain of him. Now, what did he see? He only saw, look at this. So, until you don't become one with Allah, you will be like someone, like a friend of mine. I only ask Allah. I only ibadat worship Allah. Only Allah. It is I who go to Allah. So you know this I go to Allah can lead you in there can be arrogance in you. Until you say what Rumi said, I knocked at the door of God. He asked, who are you? I said, it is I. He said, go away, right? Something like this. Then again I went and asked, knocked. And God said, who are you? And I said, it is you. Something like this, right? So there is no you, I, me, something like that. What is that Rumi story on? I'll have to search for it. I'm not ready for that. It is it meaning. It is I, or he said, who is it? Who wants to come in? Something like this, right? So can't find the right words, but you can read that Rumi story. I think it's by Rumi or Sadi. Now I don't know. I'm not sure. One with Allah. What I mean is being one with Allah, connection. Not the connection like God is showing, no matter what God shows you. God can show you the heaven and the earth. So where is it that God showed? Abraham. Here it is. So also did we show Abraham the power and the laws of the heavens and the earth, that he might, with understanding, have certitude, proof of God's existence. Is this sufficient proof of God's existence? Remember when Abraham said to his father Azar, do you take idols as gods? I see that you and your people have clearly gone astray. Then what happened? We also showed Abraham the wonders of the heavens and the earth. So he would be sure in faith. He could have had a vision. Or he went for Mi'raj. He ascended in bodily form. We are not told how it happened. Showing him was, let's see the Sunni footnote. Frequently, the Quran speaks about the prophets using present tense. This should be pondered by the reader. The adversaries are told that they can observe God's signs in the phenomena of the universe, just as Abraham could. The difference is that they see nothing as if they were blind, whereas Abraham saw with open eyes the sun, moon, and stars which rise and set before their eyes day after day, and night after night witness them as misguided at their setting as at their rising. Yet the same signs were observed by the perceptive Abraham, and the physical phenomena helped him arrive at the truth. This is only a phenomena. What does Moji Baba say? You know, miracle. Oh, I saw that. Oh, God exists. Miracle, miracle, miracle. No. These are phenomena. Yet there will not be enough when you have, God forbid. I've been to such religious crisis, what brought me to my own crisis, questioning, questioning, questioning. And then we have so many other religions and dharms and ways of life and divinity. Spirituality is there without religion. So what to believe in? We have so many books. In monotheistic religions, not only that, but we have so many things like, in Islam itself, we have so many sects. Which one to follow? Right? So even after God showed him, might become one of those who have sure faith, meaning what? To obtain a full understanding of this section, as well as of those verses which mention the dispute between Abraham and his people, it is necessary to cast a glance at the religious and cultural condition of the latter. Thanks to recent archaeological discoveries, not only has the city where Abraham is said to have been born been located, but a good deal of information, and it goes on, is estimated, which is now generally accepted by scholars as the time of the advent of Abraham. Now you want to go to the archaeologist, you want to go, you would want to go, and merchandise was brought to Ur from places, Anatolia, and it goes on and on and on and on. See? Nimrud, and all this is there, okay. Archaeological evidence of Abraham is there. But for goodness sake, look, we've missed the point. And thus we showed Abraham the kingdom of the heaven and the earth, so that he might become one of those who have sure faith. Now, through the signs of Allah are even told that we cannot prostrate to the signs of Allah. You remember that ayat? Because it's a form of worship. And only one in God we have to submit our whole will to. And that is the power of Allah. The only real power of Allah that exists. No other power can harm you in the real sense. So, you see here, something goes wrong, so I did not love the setting. The signs of Allah, yet it is not enough, because now he's using reason. Because he's seen the power, the greatest power of Allah. But not the way that Allah created all this. He didn't see that. He just saw the creation of Allah. The supreme, in outer space. The sky, the heavens, outer space. Spaced out. Right? Something is wrong here. For me, which I will, if you would not question me right now and follow me for showing you through the Quran ayats, not me, but follow what I'm pointing at through the Quran ayats, we can reach a conclusion. Sorry, excuse me. Just drank water. Okay, so I have turned my face towards the one who has originated the heavens and the earth, being upright, and I am not one of the polytheists. Problem arises, And his people argued with him. He responded, "Are you arguing with me about Allah while he has guided me?" Okay, so he has guided me, but since you didn't want the guidance, because in other ayats we're told they're too arrogant, they still believe in what the forefathers had told them. Abraham tried to make them realize that these idols are worthless to be worshipped. All power belongs to Allah, the originator, creator, and all this of the heavens and the earth. I am not afraid of whatever idols you associate with. So he has guided me, and because you did not seek for guidance sincerely, what the Muslims would say. Now I refute that through the Quran ayats. Because you see how you could be misguided, how the Muslims have been misguided through this way of reasoning. That the idol worshippers were too stubborn to see that all power belongs to Allah and He's the most powerful. If He divides, God's divided, your energy is divided, this, that, you can go on arguing about that with me, but I still will not succumb to your arguments. I know all the arguments from a Muslim mind that can come, and from the Quran ayats that can come, but I'm refuting the Quran ayats and all your reasoning. All the Muslim reasoning. What may even come, as you may say, through the reflections of the Quran ayats, not our minds. But now tell me, is God enough as as a guide? You will not. So would you not be mindful, like would you not reflect so that God would guide you? If you leave your idols, God will guide you, like the Muslims would say this. So that's why Ibrahim said, well, He has guided me. Now when He has guided, all the arguments you can come put forth here. Polytheists too stubborn, this. If they just leave the idols and be mindful, will you not be mindful? My Lord encompasses everything in knowledge. Like whatever knowledge you have, my Lord encompassed it. So by whatever knowledge you have created the idols, my Lord encompasseth all that. And He's the most powerful, not to forget that ayat in the Quran. He's all powerful. Right? Please pay attention. This is very, very important. So Sunni Shia point also. I had a friend, very orthodox, very staunch Muslim. So she was like, I only call upon Allah, I only this, I only that. And I could see the pride in her which she couldn't see, and I wouldn't point out that pride in her, the arrogance that comes. Who is the I going to Allah? You see, they won't allow any other way. Okay, that also, that point, again, my personal thing I've seen, experienced. So somewhere I picked up that if you say, I am going to Allah, and like Abraham said, I am going to Allah, what happened? Allah tested him. Allah is testing every human being. That's why He didn't give you hidayat, guidance in your soul, to see who. That's what we say, right? Allah's testing you all, that's why. He didn't give guidance to your souls, and then if you miss the guidance because you're not humble enough to heed the guidance that comes out from a messenger outside of you, then that would be proof that you are arrogant. Hope I said this properly. And that's why the word has proved true against most of them, for they believe not. You will grieve yourself to death, but they will not believe in it. And then we have some Sunnis who are so arrogant, so staunch. They don't accept Shia Islam. Only one God believers, and so obstinate right? See, God had to send His mercy down. In the we were told Prophet Muhammad is a mercy for all. Now you say all merciful. Why do you call him Prophet Muhammad? To the Shias you will object, calling on Ya Rasulullah. Some Muslims do. Now is mercy for a time being or is it forever? The Shia say he was shaheed, martyred. And he's a mercy to all the worlds. So there's nothing wrong in after Ya Allah calling to Allah and then call Ya Rasulullah, calling out to Rasulullah. But they stick to a Quran ayat, which will have you, Shias even, because I've seen the commentary section of the Shia. It says, do not call on Prophet Muhammad or anyone. Okay. So can we say, Ya Ibrahim now? Guide us. Can you say this? Can you say, if Ibrahim was here, can you say, Ya Ibrahim, guide us? Because you know, what was Abraham made? A leader, a guide. Allah guided him and then He started to make him a guide to others. What does Imamat hold? Leader of what? Leader who will guide you. Prophet Muhammad's, we were told, is that task was to spread the message, and also until he is alive, he can be an imam, not only convey the message but lead you, right? Caliph, not only as a prophet, but after Prophet Muhammad is the imam, seal of prophets, to guide you, a caliph to guide you. You see, why did the Sunnis need a caliph to guide them? Abu Bakr, Umar, then Uthman, then Ali, the first Imam of the Shias, fourth Caliph of the Sunnis, Ali ibn Abu Talib. When Hazrat Musa went up to the mountain to commune with Allah, Samiri caste did something else and went astray. See the Sunnis remaining there thinking, Allah alone, leave Moses alone. Well, where is he gone? He's not that important. Don't call on Moses. You see the problem here we have in this one God monotheistic religion. We have different sects, we have different schools of thought, meaning patterns of thought. And Allah is the only guide. Then why did He send a guide here? Who else is the guide? Let me show you. Who else is the guide here? Surah Baqarah. What does Imamat consist of? What does Khalifatul Rahman? What does Khalifa consist of? And when tried Abraham his Lord with words, and he fulfilled them, he said, I indeed I, the one to make you for the mankind. What is it? For mankind. A leader. He said, and from my offspring, he said, no, not does reach my covenant, the Zalimun. Okay? This means that his offspring cannot be Zalim. But his offspring, his family was chosen above all peoples, favored above all people. To lead the people, right? Leader. Imam. Now, when he's leading you, you say, oh no, Abraham, my God is the best leader, best guide. Why should I? This is what some Muslims do against Shias, even. Their own fellow Muslims. different sect. But I'm going to prove to you through Quran ayats that even this leader, even Shia Islam is wrong. And the polities or some other way to worship, any other way to worship God, as long as, what? How can you, as long as, I can't complete the sentence. As long as what? Every other way reaches to God. Whether it's a stone you worship, it's as long as it's your niyat, intention to reach God, to worship God. Right? So now Abraham, that one God believer, becomes a leader on earth. You don't get it? Okay. I will go to my God. Let's say this friend of mine. What do you think about namaz? What do you think about, you, you know, without guidance from an imam, where will your namaz go? If you don't obey Prophet Muhammad if he was alive, where would your salat go? Do you get it? If you say Allah is the best protector, the best, which is in the ayat, Allah is the best protector, the best provider, the best helper, the best guide. But Allah does not call himself an imam, but he says Allah is the best guide, or guidance comes from Allah alone. That's how it can't be put that Allah, he could guide all man. Guidance is in the hand of Allah. If Allah willed, he could guide all of mankind. For there is nothing that he cannot do on this earth. Or no, what Abraham said is that Allah has guided me, right? Allah guided Abraham. There was no imam on earth to guide Abraham. Another point to be noted. Another point to be noted. Allah guided Abraham. How did? At that time there was no imam. Shias. Oops, I haven't put my, what was it? Let me just check if the sound was good. And if you missed it, yes, yes. Allah has guided Abraham directly. Ooh, you see where we have missed out. Shias. Sunnis at this time would be rejoicing that there was no guide for Abraham but Allah. Before Abraham, and yet in Surah Safat, ayat, where is it? Abraham was a Shia of Nuh. And yet Abraham is saying, Abraham was of the sect follower of Nuh. Yet Nuh did not guide Abraham. Allah guided Abraham directly. Sunnis will get the Shias like anything. Shirk. So you see, problem has come. Problem. Two ways. Now, how could Abraham be guided directly by Allah at the time when, after Noah, how are these prophets guided directly by Allah? Why can't you be your own guide, your own imam? You see, another point, like, you know what I mean? I may have missed out on step by step. You see, Abraham was guided. These imams, these prophets, we are told, were chosen and guided by Allah. But our souls are not, the guidance has not been, Allah had not willed to guide our souls. He wants to test us. How can he do that? Unless his chosen servants are so great. But were his chosen servants humble? Or were they just, can we trust his chosen servants? Problem. Questions are coming up. Can I say technically his chosen servants? No. If he can guide his chosen servants without any other chosen servant guiding them, but just telling us that they will come after us. After Nuh came Abraham. But they were guided directly by Allah. And yet Shaitan, we are told, sneaked into the garden and misled Adam, who was going to be a Khalifa on earth, a guide, a leader. Something has gone wrong here, right? The Sunnis sometimes go to Abraham being guided directly by God. They don't see the Shia, the leader, the prophet, the mercy of Allah on earth. They miss that point. Although they have 4 Rashidun caliphs, rightly guided caliphs, they still they criticize and they say, no, Allah alone. They have missed the meaning of imamat. You have been divided. Muslim Ummah is divided. Conflict, a difference of thought patterns. You see, Allah chooses from His servants whom He wills. He tests them. Will they be able to sacrifice? Come up to the standard. Oh, Moses, you came up to the standard. And then Moses has to guide. And when the guide of Allah is down here, you cannot go here and there. You have to obey Him, even if miracles come on your way. Or you say, no, I'm going to my God. Something like Nuh's son said, I'm betaking myself. He didn't say God will save me. But let's say this is Sunni Shia. अरे अहले बैत की सफीना में आ जाओ. Because now there's no one to guide you, save you from the storm, from the flood. Nuh's son said, I will betake myself. You would say, oh, these, in the mountains, they're doing this, that. My son, I will betake myself to the mountain. What if he had said, like the Sunnis say, Allah will save me. Allah is the best protector. So when Nuh is here, present, the son replied, I will betake myself to some mountain. It will save me from the water. Nuh said, this day nothing can save you. Nothing can save from the command of Allah. Any but those on whom He hath mercy. You better obey me. Come here. Believe in what has been revealed to me. Son, come here. Come to the ark ship. Come aboard. Welcome. Allah cannot save him there. What if this new son said, like Muslims say, only Allah can save you today? So both Shia, Sunni, I will then come to on the Shia, but right now for the Sunni, and then I will correct the Sunni, because Allama Rashid Turabi said, if you want to know what Imamat is, then understand the verses of Abraham in the Quran. Right? Excuse me. So this, right? This is Surah 11, Ayat 43. Surah Hud, Ayat 40. Okay, let's go to Ayat 42. Sealed. And then, be not with the disbelievers. Oh, my child, come on board with us. God is not saying this. Nuh is saying this to his child. Do not be in the company of the disbelievers. Because Nuh is present. There's a method of saving people here. Why don't you see that for the polities have said the same thing? We have methods here to be saved. But for the polytheists, I will use another ayat also. I haven't yet. So this 42 and then 43 ayat of Surah Hud. He replied, I will take refuge on a mountain which will protect me from the water. Nuh cried, today no one is protected from Allah's decree except those to whom he shows mercy. Nuh is the one guiding his son, telling him, no, today no one, Allah's decree, not even Allah alone, Allah's decree. It is not Allah alone that will come into you and save you from the flood. He's not guiding everyone like that in themselves, in their souls. He's only given guidance to Nuh, and Nuh has to warn you people, weatherman. He's like the weatherman. And not only like the weatherman, but he had to make the ark. He was guided to make the ark, the ship. Right? I'm sure this will save the Shias from the Sunni, Qatar Sunnis or staunch Sunnis. But in academic, textual thing, academically, I have no sympathies for Shias. They're in their way liars. Imams have lied. I've seen this. And then slowly we come to the fact that I'm not, that Abraham, if Abraham is wrong, father of monotheistic Muslim is wrong, then Shias, everything falls apart. Shia Islam, Sunni Islam, everything falls apart. Then what will remain? Then the mind, then you go, if you want to become an atheist or you want to go into spirituality, but for now, let's take it step by step. Okay? There's a lot on my plate at this time. I have to prove 1400 years wrong, because you see the repulsion against the polytheists, the fear. of idol worshipping that we have, that's been instilled in us. Shirk, polytheism, taking partners with Allah. Who is Nu now? Who is Nu? The waves cut them off from each other, and he was among the drowned. And it was said, O earth, swallow up your water, and O sky, withhold your rain. The flood water receded, and the decree was carried out. If God wanted, he could have saved Nuh's son. Nuh's son was among those who were drowned. You did not embark upon. The Shias are patiently waiting for the Sunnis to embark upon Safina al-Bayt. And it was said, O earth, swallow up your water, and O sky, withhold your rain. The flood water receded, and the decree was carried out. The ark rested on Mount Judah, and it was said, away with the wrong-doing people. Zalimeen. And Shias, I'm saving you too. So please have a look at this. Noah called out to his Lord, saying, my Lord, certainly my son is also of my family. Your promise is surely true, and you are the most just of all judges. Oh, Allah replied, Oh no, Noah, he is certainly not of your family. He was entirely of unrighteous conduct. So do not ask me about what you have no knowledge of. I warn you, so you do not fall into ignorance. Oh my goodness. Even Nuh has to, even God warns Nuh. Nuh says that this problematic verses, your promise was surely true. He said, how does Nuh say your promise is true? You would save my son. You said you will save my family. Nuh is being stupid here. Sorry to say this. So this whole thing is really not right. Nuh pleaded, my Lord, I seek refuge in you from asking you about what I have no knowledge of. Even Nuh doesn't have some knowledge, but he thought that the Lord had promised him that he would save his family and that his son was from his family. But now Lord says, no. Your son didn't, he's not even didn't listen to my command. So the ayats are not very clear. You about what I have no knowledge of. Unless you forgive me and have mercy on me, I will be one of the losers. These are the ones who have guided us. Even they don't have full knowledge, they're making mistakes here. Then we go, the Shias will take me to Hussein. He never questioned a thing, and all this. You see, Prophet Muhammad's grandson. Other guides have come before, but they all went as some of them started to question. Don't know how old Nuh's son was, that you can have, maybe in the tafsirs is given. It was said, O Nuh, disembark with our peace and blessings and descendants of the... So it's just showing you even the guides have made mistakes here. I have not given you that knowledge. Oh, and the Lord encompasseth everything in His knowledge. So what kind of guides are these? That he was unsure. He was like, God, you promised to save my family. And he doesn't know that God would not save his son because he betook himself to a mountain. That's something. We have these mistakes that I really don't understand. Okay, maybe you'll say there, you'll understand if you, but Nuh, you know what kind of a believer Nuh was, chosen servant of Allah. And he became such a guide. He's a guide. by Allah. That even Abraham is the Shia of No, persuasion of No, not Allah. So Abraham tells the idol worshippers and all this, but here, Surah Safat, Abraham was the Shia of No. Maybe Abraham was the Shia of No. Not Allah. So now a guide has been sent. Just for this, showing you Surah. And verily of among the followers, among the Shias of Nuh was Abraham. Surah Safat, ayat 83. Right? Shia side. So where do I go? I had it all here. So why do you doubt in the revealed reminder? In fact, they do so because they have not yet tasted my punishment. Has the reminder been revealed only to him out of all of us? So Abraham was stuck. Oh, wait a minute. And had we willed, we could have easily imposed guidance on every soul. What a mishap. Now what's happened? What's happened? Why can I not follow Prophet Muhammad or Imam Ali? What's happened to me? It was said, oh no, this. Now we go to which ayat? Allah knows best. Allah, Surah Safat. You see this guidance. Yeah, so Abraham says, Allah will guide me. Where's that Quran ayat? I keep forgetting. Yes, it says, Allah is the one who grants life and causes death, all this. But unless my Lord guides me, I will surely be. Yani Allah guided Abraham directly. This is what the Sunnis want to tell the Shias. God has sent methods, means of approach, but not Ahl al-Bayt. Like, don't forget, chuck out Rasulullah now or something. I don't know what they mean by that. Or maybe they don't give much importance to Prophet Muhammad. He's the beloved, he's the mercy of Allah sent down. But we're not going, just mentioning it like this. Oh God, this is, sorry, excuse me. So where is that? Where is that? Where could it be? Surah Safat. His command descends among them, so you may know that Allah is over all things. Surah Tawbah, ayat. I just lost it today. Oops. It must be somewhere here. Abraham said, I keep forgetting, sorry. Where is it? Surah Anam? Unless my Lord so wills. Single devotion towards Him. I've set my face with single-minded devotion towards Him. You see, Abraham is saying this. What are the Sunnis saying? Same thing. Set your single-minded devotion to Allah, Him who created the heavens and the earth, and I'm not of the polytheists. Partners, what you Shias have done, right? Now, and now should I fear? No, I don't fear. Because which side has more right to security? Tell me if you really know. Very good. I crushed all this. Rightly guided. You are guaranteed security and are rightly guided. Ooh, which of you? This was the argument we gave Abraham against his people. We elevate and rank whoever we please. Sure, elevate and rank. Then Abraham was elevated in rank. And we blessed him with Isaac. And then Abraham says, I'm going to my Lord. Likewise, we guided Zechariah, John, Jesus, and Elias, who were all of the righteous. Don't come to the pagan idol worshipping, Nijis, right? Go to these. We also guided. That's why most Muslims become, ex-Muslims become Christians. Listen to Rob Christian and all this. They will tell you. We also guided that these pagan idol worshipping, impure, dirty. We also guided Ishmael, Elisha, Jonah, and Lot, favoring each over other people of their time, overall communities. And we favored some of their forefathers, their descendants and their brothers. We chose them and guided them to the straight path. Now, is this all? This is Allah's guidance with which He guides whoever He wills of His servants. Had they associated others with Him in worship, their good deeds would have been wasted. Those were the ones to whom we gave the scripture, wisdom, and prophethood. Now what happens? Not only that they were guided by God, but now they have to come and guide us, the people on earth. Ooh. Those were the ones to whom we gave the scripture, wisdom, and prophethood. But if these pagans disbelieve in this message, then we have already entrusted it to a people who will never disbelieve in it. And they are supposed to do what? Guide you. These prophets were rightly guided by Allah, so follow their guidance. Say, I ask no reward of you for this. 90. Now you see, I also took this verse. Surah Anam, verse 90. For this Quran, no other prophet is saying this now. Here, the prophets have said it. We don't want any reward from you for the guidance, the Quran, the message. See, I ask no reward of you for this. It is a reminder to the whole world. What were the prophets used now for? To guide you people. What is wrong with this? Abraham got guided directly, but not you people. You people need guidance. You are not the rightly chosen. You are not the chosen ones of Allah. Like one friend told me, and the same one, why don't you be the chosen of Allah? I said, no, I cannot be the chosen of Allah. Those were the ones we gave book, guidance, tested them, like tested Abraham, who came true to his promise, his vision. whatever way you say it. These prophets were rightly guided by Allah, so follow their guidance. See, ask no reward. Another thing is contradiction. How can the Shia say that this was, no, they can, no, sorry. How can you Sunnis even say this? How can you Muslims say? Surah Shura, ayat 23, look at that. Allah has said, no, no. We ask, so he abrogated this verse. He abrogated it. Because this, no other prophet is saying, I ask no reward of you for this. It is a reminder to the whole world. You see, this is the reminder to the whole world now, right? Or at every time it was a reminder to the whole world, maybe. So that's why they don't see a contradiction in this. Every prophet was a reminder to the whole world. The message of Allah given to every prophet, it was a reminder to the whole world. See, I do not ask any reward for it, but it says in the, for this prophet, only this prophet we are told, but isn't this about the Quran, the message? Surah Shura, so this another contradiction, reminder. That is whereof Allah gives glad tidings to His servants who believe and do righteous good deeds. Say, no reward do I ask of you for this, except, exception was made for Prophet Muhammad, to be kind to me for my kinship with you. So just a diversion from the topic, a little bit, a contradiction which I show you. It's not about the rest of the prophets. I know in the Quran, which some of them are mentioned, saying, we do not ask of you any reward for this message or guidance. We are guiding you for Allah's sake. Our reward is for Allah, from Allah. Our reward is from Allah. Say, O Prophet, I do not ask you for a reward for this message, only honor from our kinship. Whoever earns a good deed. Hayya ala khair al-amal. This means that loving Hussein and all this the Shias have explained to us is Ajre Risalat. It is obligatory, not a sunnah of Prophet Muhammad. It is obligatory. Azadari Hussein is obligatory. Okay? Like that, the Shias through this ayat explain and expound. And so, if you believe in then the imamat, Imam goes to Imam Sajjad, then whatever the Imam Sajjad has guided us to, we have to do that. Because through this, then Imam Sajjad. We take the Quran with the Itrat. Rasulullah has. Okay, now back to this. So guidance alone, guidance will come through his chosen servants, Khalifas or Imams, Prophet, not ordinary people. We are just to pay heed and follow. And they become guides now, right? They become guides. Where was it? They become guides. I just, where was that? So, wouldn't it be easier if Allah had imposed guidance on every soul? Allah is unjust here. You see, Abraham's thing just doesn't make sense anymore to me. You know, the rest of the prophets guiding people. And it's not Allah alone that guides, Allah alone guides them, and then now you can't be like Abraham in this sense, that you want to be a guide to people. Oh. So you see, if you take certain verses, you'll be guidance is from the chosen servants of Allah who've been tried and tested. Like Adam, and it's from the progeny of Adam. But not all of us. So some Shias go to that Abraham, one God, will guide me. But what happened? Abraham became an imam to guide, to lead the people. And when Abraham is there, like Nuh, dare you say that only Allah? See, this, did you ever think of it like that? You never thought of it like that. Your minds are put in chains, brainwashed. I mean, those polytheists, you can say, oh yeah, polytheists. But what if I tell you that as a Sunni, you say at that time you go back to Abraham or you go back to Nuh. Allah will guide me. Allah alone, Jazakallah. Allah alone, Jazakallah. Allah Kareem, Allah this, Allah is sufficient unto me. Allah will guide me. You can't say like Abraham anymore. You need to have an imam present to guide you. If you take the verses of the Quran like I did. And so Abraham is the main in monotheistic religions, right? If this fails, then this poor polytheist. So this is what I'm showing you, how unreasonable it is and unfair. God. So this one verse, from this one verse, taking it, had we willed, we could have easily imposed guidance on every soul. Whereas the polytheists were enjoying themselves, what were they doing? They were enjoying themselves, or they had their gods, idols they were worshipping. They even loved the people who guided them, and that they would, Surah Zumar Ayat 3. It's not like they were left in the lurch. Okay, why were the forefathers worshipping idols? Out of like just amusement? Even that point to be noted. Now, I don't know. Then I don't know. But I've reached this much. Look at it, let it sink into you. Don't be stubborn. The whole crying, I don't know how to put it. You see, polytheism or whatever, but the whole crying of mine was, the question that came up when I was a Shia was this also. Why couldn't God guide us all and give us insight, something, rather than outside a prophet, a messenger? If we had so willed, we could have certainly have brought every soul its true guidance. So sorry, I went to the proudness that Abraham said, I'm going to my Lord. I went to Sunni, Shia, this, that, all that. But succinctly put, this problem. And polytheism against polytheism, Abraham's thing against polytheism. But I had to lead you back to this. If we had so willed, we could certainly have brought every soul its true guidance. Why not? Tell me, why not? What good reason? Because to test the people's arrogance. No, wait a minute. Something is coming. You know what is the penalty? Fill hell with jinns and men altogether. Who would be crazy And then when you go to the one Allah or the Prophet, some problem takes place. How do we trust them? That they are true prophets, true guides sent by Allah, truly tested by Allah. Adam made a mistake. Adam listened to this jinni, Iblis, went astray, fell. All this doesn't make sense. But in your indoctrinated mind, it could make sense. Because you are Muslim, indoctrinated so badly and fearful. Why even test God? Why should God test us? Why not impose that true guidance in everyone's soul so that no prophet gets up and says, my reputation, I will be honored by guiding these people. And I don't have to come here to risk my life and get a bad name or something. Forget the bad name. If the whole cult offer this, that, the only thing is that, yes, Salahuddin or someone trying to discourage me by their going back to Islam. Forget the bad reputation that I've gained on the internet, abusive, this, that, cursing, my life at stake. Well, I'm dying here. They can kill me anyways. I think March could be my last. Every time I say I'm dying, this could be my last day, this could be my last month. But will I ever get the honor, so my search for the truth is, and my sadness is, that every soul should be guided, and it wasn't. So God wanted to test you, but you know what is the cost for this, and your arrogance will come up. You will be, tell me, how many polytheists now in India, Hindus, they follow their culture, it's their culture, you would say. They're used to the Vedas and all this. They're not used to this. So let's go and find a better way to guide them to this one Allah. But I think they have something better to give us than to pray 5 times a day, than to have Shia Sunni, than to have these kind of ayats which I've just using reason, please, reason, see. What good reason for Allah to fill jinn? At least the polytheists say, some of them who believe in reincarnation, say that you will come back, your karma will get you, cause and effect, karma. Einstein, every cause has an effect, chain reaction. Every cause has an effect. It's proven, right? Every cause has an effect. So, at least you will come back to life here on earth to correct yourself. But this hell, you may go to Swarg for some time, but you will come back. Narg or Swarg, what is it? Hell in that Hindi word for hell. Is it Narg or Swarg? But, it's not like this. So this is the word from me will come to. How proud is this God? How proud, how arrogant, how zalim is he? How zalim. Because had we willed, we could have certainly brought every soul to its true guidance. But you're telling us, no, polytheists, wash your hands off them now. They are najas. You can't even go near them. Unless you do it for a religious sake. Takia. You go there, join them, be good, show that you are great Muslims. Right? But what are you calling them to? This? Misguidance. This Allah is so zalim. This ayat surely proves him to be zalim. You see, let's say a true master, forget Hindu guru or anything. If you say idol worshipping, you are very repulsed and scared of it. But even a true guru like Jiddu Krishnamurti used to say, no guru, nothing. You find out for yourself, this is your life. Even the Qigong master, Master Chu Nilen, is saying, this is not about Buddha, not about Jesus, not about Lao Tse. This is about you. And what did Imam Ali say? You think you are a small body. Maybe from the Greeks he got it, I don't know. You think, I didn't want to go there. You think you are a small body. But the whole microcosm, whatever, Imam Ali saying, right? There's a narration of Imam Ali which says, you think you are a small entity, but within you is enfolded the entire universe. What do they say? That would really help if I knew. Micro and macro. Microorganism, macroorganism. You think you are a small entity. Excuse me. But within you is enfolded the entire universe. What did Sri Krishna show to Arjun? Imam Ali only said this. What did Sri Krishna show to Arjun in Kurukshetra? Bhagavad Gita. Imam Ali only said this. How will the Sunnis take it? How will the Shias take it? And the poor polytheists are left behind. Right? They know nothing, foolish people. Dumb. Forefathers believing in Stone Age people, using what? They were using stones for tools and everything. Then they started to worship tools. Their tools, stones. Oh God. So please have a look at this, look at this, look at this. Now, what do I need to prove to you today? Through the Quran ayats. This is the time. Shia Sunnis. I don't want them to have a fall. I want to lift them up. Above all this. Above the power that Abraham was shown. The kingdom of the earth and the heavens, the power that created all this. I don't want you to fall. I never want you to fall. I want to take you, lift you up, to show you, who are you? Who are you? You are not only a human created. Imam Ali said this. Then what did Allah say? Tell the polytheists. Tell them. Are they harder to create? What has God done here? Where Imam Ali stole it from then? Tell them, are they harder to create? Quran ayat. The creation of the heavens and the earth is certainly greater than the recreation of humankind, but most people do not know. This was Ghafir. I got it. I was saying, right? God somewhere said, I couldn't get the ayat and the surah. Here I got it. The creation of the heavens and the earth is certainly greater than the recreation of humankind, but most people do not know. Then why does Imam Ali say what Sri Krishna showed to Arjun in Bhagavad Gita? We are told the entire, you feel you are a macro organism. Entire universe is in you. But this is not the ayat now that I was looking for. What does Allah say? Tell the polytheists in my previous live streams. Tell the polytheists. So Imam Ali I've proven wrong through the Quran ayats. Quran ayat. He's saying, tell the polytheists, are you stronger in creation? Where was that Quran ayat? I deleted all. I'm not getting it, but I need to show you. Are you harder in creation? Why isn't it coming? Let me see. Are you harder in creation? Now they're giving me the offer. You know why? Because you don't want to leave this religion, because you are so blinded, so fearful. You are so proud. You are emotionally so, into your Hussein or Al-Bayt that you don't see that the polytheists love their Sita Devi, their Ram, their guides who came, avatars. You have an emotional attachment to that. Hussein, Hassan, Hussein, Imam Sajjad, this, that. Are you harder in creation than we created you from clay? We created you from clay. Quran. I hope Google search gets it. Are they more? Here it is. Corpus. Okay, we'll go to the Surah 37, Ayat 11. Then inquire of them, the polytheists, O Muhammad, are they a stronger or more difficult creation, or those others we have created? Indeed, we created men from sticky clay. Why Corpus gave me this? You know why? Because if I go to this footnote, Sunni footnote, and if I go to multilingual Quran, what will we get? We will get a runaround. So let's go to Surah 37, Ayat 11 in the Quran.com. So ask them, a prophet, which is harder? Where have you made the mistake? You don't see it? Against the polytheists, even God has made a mistake. This one God, this one God. Where you go to Rob Christian, they say, Nijis, Prophet Muhammad was these polytheists. You go to Christian Prince, you go to the Christians. Even they say against the polytheists. You know what a mountainous thing, hard it is for me. You know how much the ex-Muslims, even Christian ex-Muslim must have invested that no one should go to the polytheists. No fairness to the polytheists, idol worshippers. You know why Kalthofer did this? To bring out what, since childhood I've had this. I had been set up. I was punished by my mother. They used to bring out this abuse to me, set me up to abuse my grandmother. My mother punished me with hot match sticks. I have someone, my aunt told me, they want you to go bad. Bad girl. Donna Summer. Okay? I don't mean to, but since. So ask them, a prophet, which is harder to create? Jesus Christ said the kingdom of God is within you. The kingdom of God is within you. I and my Father are one. The one, you can't go through to the Father except through Jesus. Jesus is your salvation. Right? Christians have been, ex-Muslims have, okay, there have been atheist ex-Muslims. I don't know how much they've invested that you become atheist. And to every ex-Muslim polytheist, Haris Sultan is there to prove the polytheist wrong. Ghalib Kamal is there to prove the polytheist wrong. They've brought science journey. They've invested that you don't go to the polytheist side. Alone here I am. Alone. Kalthofer came and tried to, because they have, my father's family, you know how they've been. Psychologically, my father has read my mind, what triggers her, where to. Recently, I deleted all those that I said to Malik, Salahuddin Malik on Facebook. Recently, I deleted all that. I was like, I don't even want to read what I'd written there. But it took some time. You see, you trigger that thing, dishonesty or something that previously someone has said and that I've given them abuse, and then you say it again, and you keep doing that. You keep, putting, like they say, salt and pepper on my wounds or chili. And you think Kalthofer didn't know my condition and my case? Very, very clever people, very clever. A lot has been invested. I thought I would be trampled upon there and then. I don't know how I get up. This is just get up. I made some days ago, and I'm eating that still. I fried some things. I'm eating that. Not good for my liver, but deep frying some snacks, and my liver got it. And this is how I'm going, like my other things. I just thank God, this time I got to, my right side was hurting, and I'm washing my dishes. My clothes are left. Water is less. एक चीज़ ख़राब हो तो कैसा अच्छा नहीं लगता है ना? Doesn't feel right. What if I lose my leg? So it's good. I tell myself, look, just don't let it be. The water pressure is less. But you see, my mind, they've weakened me so much that I can't control myself even thinking. So a lot has been invested. When I say my enemies are here, meaning they've put obstacles in my way so that I wouldn't be able to show you and even prove for those poor ones whom even the Christian ex-Muslims say niches. I don't know who Rob Christian was, whether he got it from the Muslims. He's an ex-Muslim or something, or maybe Muslims did something to him. But I have no agenda. You see here, I'm for the truth. Every justice for all. I have taken off the glasses, the brainwashing, and I'm searching for justice. If these ayats gave me the truth about Imam Ali, do you think I would leave this? Because there's so much hell threatening, so much punishment. One time I had a severe doubt when I was a Shia in Karachi, long time before, even before they maddened me. What did I say? When I was very depressed with Miss Tissa, separated from my teacher, I adored her in my childhood. Till teenage years, we got separated. What happened? What did I say to myself? What if this religion is true? Where are you going to end up? Huh? If you leave this religion, what if it turns out to be true? In the qabr, grave, what will be your punishment? Then afterwards, what will be your punishment? In alam arwa, what will be your punishment? In the purgatory realm, what will be your punishment? Where will be you? So I said, okay, better, yeah. What if this is true? If it's not true, then the not true, well, I won't do it. What will happen? Not true. Polytheism is true. The gods will forgive me. I will come back probably. But these monotheistic, we go, damned. At least look at Jesus. Oh yeah. Don't call your brother not none. What do you call that? Stupid, fool, good for nothing. Otherwise, you'll be damned. Be prepared to be damned. So stay away. Yes, my religion has this. Not to insult people, mock people. I'm safe. So better be safe, right? Stick to this religion. This is why. So then I had the boldness, because for truth's sake, I said, leave it. Leave my fear aside, all the prejudices, all the fears. And I went in search for the truth, because my love for the truth and only the truth. But at that time I said, what did I say? When I had not examined the verses like this, I better stick to my religion. No doubt I had other problems too, like then Ismaili religion, then Sunni religion, which is the right sect, beseeching God. That I did later, but I felt this was, no, Hussein sacrificed that. And then Imam Sajjad, he went through all Karbala and the Rawangi, Safar, traveling captive with the BBs, women folk. Pain cannot lie. So all these other things I've taught. Now, you see what I'm against. I'm not trying to put you down. In the end, you will see that there was no advocate for the policies and no proper verses put against them. So you know what I'm up against. And I'm for the truth. So Shias can take this saying. What does this say? Now, our Imams have said, if our sayings go against the ayats, Quran ayats, you find Quran ayats, what do? You reject. You can even throw them against the wall if the names are written on it. That's what we were told. Heresy. I was told this. Anything against the Quran, but about the wall thing, I was told. But I know this much. Even the Imam sayings, because their interpolations have come in, even in Shia Islam. So if you check the sayings of the Imams, the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, the life story of Prophet Muhammad, anything which goes against the Quran ayats, you reject. So what is it saying against polytheists? Because if you read the previous ayats, previous, it comes to polytheism, not the devils. So ask them, it's not against the devils. You see, I thought this ayat was against the devils here because it talks about the polytheists and then it comes to, if any of them stealthily, it comes about the devil, snatches away a fragment, he will be pursued by a piercing flame. 11. So ask them. I thought this ayat was saying, ask these devils, O Prophet, which is harder to create, them, meaning the devils, or other marvels of our creation? Indeed, we created them from sticky clay. So I thought this was best, harder to create, sticky clay, because God had told the angels to bow to Adam. And clay is better. In Surah Tin, we are told it's the best. But when I found the footnotes, what in the footnotes I found? Inquire, singular. Inquire to whom? This is man is not. Footnote. That is, man is not a difficult thing to make. For goodness sake. They corrected me, and I understand this. It means after not even this ayat, not to the devils, it's not a question put forth to these devils. But even before these ayats, guarded it against all rebellious devils. See? How many ayats we have to go up? So you get lost. And those who recite the reminder, where is it? Surely your God is one. He is the Lord of the heavens and the earth and everything in between, and the Lord of all points of sunrise. Indeed, we have adorned the lowest heaven with the stars for decoration and for protection from every rebellious devil. It's talking about the devil. They cannot listen to the highest assembly of angels, for they are pelted from every side. Repelled, for them is a constant punishment. But whoever manages to stealthily eavesdrop is instantly pursued by a piercing fire. So ask them, O Prophet, which is harder to create? I thought this was for the devils and not the polytheists. So I could be wrong in this. It's for the devils. Surely we created them of clinging clay. In fact, you are astonished by their denial while they ridicule you. Who ridicule you? When they are reminded, they are never mindful. Now it comes. So don't go back. It's not for the back rebellious devils. It's for these polytheists. Then whenever they see a sign, they make fun of it. Who's making fun of it? So don't look at the previous ayats. So ask those who deny the truth. Who is denying the truth? Not these devils. So what does this make? Not these devils, but the polytheists. So after this ayat, who is denying? Let's see. They are reminded they are never mindful. Whenever they see a sign, they make fun of it, saying this is nothing but pure magic. When we are dead and reduced to dust and bones, will we really be resurrected? Disbelievers or polytheists, and our forefathers as well. So, this means that the universe is harder to create than you men who deny the signs of Allah, who are disbelievers, who are the polytheists. So ask them, that is human beings. Whose translation is this? Thank you. Tafimul Quran Abul Ala Maududi. So ask them, that is human beings. Were they harder to create than the objects we created? We created them from sticky clay. I'm taking you to, you will perhaps want to pelt me to death, becoming a polytheist. Where am I taking you? To those people whom they worshipped. Excuse me. I'm taking you to those people whom they loved even more than they said, the Quran had says, equal to what? Or more than they loved God. I'm taking you to these people who will show you how to reach God. Be one with God, like in Surah Takwir maybe, that messenger, possessor of power, secure with God. Do you not want to meditate and see what I found in my madness? And in this Surah Zumar, how I reached that these are better people than the prophets and the imams. Unquestionably, for Allah is the pure religion. Those besides Him, protectors, awliya, not we worship them, except that they may bring us near to Allah in nearness. I'm taking you to these people, or this form, or a kind of prayer, not kurbatan ilallah, I'm coming, not 5 times prayer. But you have to obey Prophet Muhammad, right? I'm taking you to someone who takes you inside and says, look within yourself. You are one with God. You're not only near to God, you are God. You are the formless and you are the formed. The formed you are part of. So you're going to pelt me, say nijis. You see, then how could Imam Ali say this? There is a narration of Imam Ali which says, you think, which narration is this? Where has it been recorded? Let me see. This is a narration of Imam Ali which says, which book? What is meant by the saying of Imam Ali? Do you suppose that you are only a small body while the macrocosm is placed within you? Nice word. Attracts you better. There is a narration of Imam Ali. Okay. But where is it? Have I missed it? But where is this recorded? In which book? Oh, yes, this whole thing. Chain of transmission of narration. I don't think this is in Najal Balagha. Wait a minute, let me see. Oh man, the cure to your ailment is within you and you do not know. And your pain is also from you, but you do not see. Do you suppose that you are only a small body, while the macrocosm is placed within you? The whole universe is placed within you. You know what a macrocosm is? Cosm. You suppose you are a microcosm, while the macrocosm is placed within you. A man, oh man, you are a clear book, with whose letters every invisible thing becomes visible. I think Huawei must have said this, or the polytheists. Can Imam Ali say this? He would kill if you told him, if you worship. So you are not to worship anyone except Allah. Becomes visible. Huh? Quran. You don't even have to read the Quran. Read your own book. Oh man, you are a clear book with whose letters every invisible thing becomes visible. Why even read the Quran? Read your own book, right? This is what I've been pointing. Every master we would want to point to you. Read your book. Why waste time reading someone else's book? Even the Quran. Indeed, man is the sensible world with the sensible world, and he is angelic world with the angelic word. An angelic power with the angelic and sovereign power, and is angelic power. I think away the poetic narration. This power rests only with the man who has incorporated various dimensions within him, and this poem only signifies this point. Chain of transmission of the narration. This poetic narration has not been reported in first-hand Shia sources. Yeah. And it is found and ascribed to Imam Ali mostly in literary and mystical works, authored in the 7th Islamic century onward. Authored in the 7th, okay. Also, this poem is reported in a book titled The Commander of the Faithful, which has been authored in the 9th Hijra century. It should be noted that no chain of transmission has been reported for these poems. Also, these poems can be found in the books authored by more recent scholars. However, the content of these poems are acceptable and very profound, and there are many books, especially mystical works, that have reported them. Hardly any chain of narrations. Who is this by? There's a narration attributed to Imam Ali and Imam Sadiq who say the human face is the greatest of divine proofs for God's creatures, and that is a book which God wrote with his mighty hand, as well as a structure which God built up with his wisdom. Mehbudi Hussain ibn Research edited Zamani Mustafa Qum, Imam Khomeini, Sikandari, Kaisari, Maulana Shauki, the first Majlisi, تفسير المحيط الأزام والبحر الخازن Durei. So all these Ad-Dariyat 21. This is Surah Dariyat 21. Asadruddin al-Shirazi and all this. You can see the who has narrated this. Surah Dariyat 21. You had all the ways of disbelief and faith, sin and obedience, justice and injustice, good and evil, truth and falsehood. Doesn't seem like a ayat to me. What is that? As there are within yourselves, can you not see? Oh, yeah, this one. In heaven is your sustenance, and whatever you are promised. There are signs for firm believers. Do you not see then? On the earth and in yourselves. 20th ayat here. And sharing their possessions with the beggars and the deprived. There are signs on earth for those with sure faith. As there are within yourselves, can you not see? Signs within you. Like the blood is running. In heaven is your sustenance. No, this could, and signs within you that you can, yeah. So, but I don't agree to this, sorry. This science, yes, science. But God is not within you, or God is without you, or God, the Creator, is far above everything that you attribute to Him. So He, the Creator, is completely apart from His creation. This you're doing. Where is He? Where is He? He's apart, above, where? If He's apart, He can't be in His creation. You would call that pantheism, right? Then how come He's omnipotent, omnipresent, a doctrine which identifies God with the universe, or regards the universe as the manifestation of God, the worship or tolerance of many gods? Then you would say He's pantheistic God. He's a pantheistic God. So if He's apart from His creation, then where apart is He? He has a place somewhere? Then you can't say it's omnipresent, right? Can you say it's omnipresent? See the omnipresent. Maybe you have made a mistake, widely or constantly encountered, widespread, prevalent, common, all pervasive, worldwide, universal, general, everywhere. Then you can't say it's omnipresent. Whithersoever you turn your face is the face of Allah. You can say, is Allah? But you're saying, whithersoever you turn your sight or face is the face of Allah. Then on the other hand, you're saying pantheism, toba, 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 astaghfirullah, shirk, shirk, shirk. Even Shias, right? So this, okay, now enough for the day. I think for now, this live stream. I think you've made a mistake, a grave mistake. And so now I really need to take a break. My energy is really low. I will come back later. Thank you so much for not coming here and interfering also. Thank you for watching. Whenever you do, thank you so much.